Angus Vail. I'm a recovering academic and massage therapist. There were a couple things that were really important to me when I was figuring out who I wanted to do the project. One of them was the overall quality of the craftsmanship, and another was being able to work with people who were going to put the things that I really needed in my life into practice and design a space that would manifest the things that I needed my life to be about. I think probably a great example of this is the way that we designed the back of the house to create more air and more light throughout the house. The house, the way that it used to be, had this great front window, but it was ultimately kind of cave-like. And one of the ways that we ended up addressing that problem was by putting these great sliders in the back, which really gives an opportunity to bring the labyrinth into the inside when you open them up. And it also provides a way for you to feel sort of continuity of flow from the light that's coming in the front of the house to the light that's coming in the back of the house. I had these tiny bathrooms. Actually, it was a tiny bathroom upstairs and just a toilet downstairs. And I wanted to have a place where I could genuinely take a bath and enjoy a shower. And I also wanted to be able to have space downstairs where if I were to have guests over, that they would be able to take a shower on their own. I had a series of fairly specific problems that the house as it used to exist presented to me. I was in massage school and was doing intake and exit interviews in my dining room and doing massage in my study. And the combination of those two things meant that I really had lost privacy at home. So I wanted to expand the house, A, to give myself a workable kitchen, but also, and perhaps more importantly, to give myself a workspace where I felt like clients could come to my house and I could also maintain my privacy while also working with them. So my initial idea was to add a waiting room and a second entrance in back so that clients could come around to the side of the house and do intakes and exit interviews in a waiting room and then convert my study to a full-time massage room. But it turned out to make better sense to add the entire studio on the back. And this also gave us the opportunity to expand the kitchen and the dining room outwards and to add the labyrinth, which was a really important part for creating a particular kind of atmosphere for my massage clients, but also providing a meditative space for me. It seems to me that there are probably a lot of ways that you could do something like this, but attention to really small detail is probably a really important part of that picture, and the Kraft Custom Construction folks were wonderful at realizing the small details, which is one of the reasons that I think they worked so well with the architectural team and the landscape designer that I brought in on the project too. The whole group of us together really ended up creating a wonderful outcome, and I'm really happy with the result. My design criteria were definitely met. I know enough about myself to know that it's important to me to get a team who understands my aesthetic and then get out of their way. An example of one of the things that Kraft Custom Construction always did so well comes from when we were doing the bathroom remodel, and I was in the middle of a research project. So every day I was transcribing field notes and doing data management. It's a long, time-consuming process, and I needed privacy, and I needed cleanliness, and I needed reliability. And I was doing this in the house while they were redoing my bathrooms. And one of the things that I really valued was the fact that every day the workers showed up on time. They stopped in and said hi in polite ways that respected my time and respected my privacy. They did their jobs, and they were clean, and they were quiet insofar as that's possible, tearing out walls and the rest of it, so that every day I felt like my house and my space were being taken good care of in a way that allowed me to do things that require a great deal of concentration. There was an issue that came up with the design of the studio space. It was really important to me to have a space where I actually had to leave home to go to work. And the original design for the studio space and the waiting room created cost problems with the budget. And it was really nice the way that Kraft Custom Construction folks were able to sit down with the architect and with the subcontractors in the early design stage, so that we were able to solve the problems that were leading to cost overruns and still ended up producing such a wonderful workspace. They stuck mostly within the budget. When things went over budget, they explained to me exactly what was going on, so I didn't feel like I was ambushed on costs. I thought the quality of the work that I got, certainly the trustworthiness of the crew, was outstanding. So I felt comfortable going out of town for a month-long research trip, knowing that my house was in good hands while I was gone. So when it came time to do the larger remodel, it was really clear that I wanted to go back and work with Kraft a second time. And that time we redid the kitchen and expanded the dining room and added the massage studio so that I could have a work-at-home business.